Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Kunal, and as always, on Conversation Corner, my channel, we talk about interesting ideas. I want to touch a very important topic today that I believe most people should be acquainted with. It may seem a bit weird, a bit strange, but it's very important, and I have titled this The Walking Asleep. Okay, now you might ask, how does someone walk if he's asleep? Now, it's called sleepwalking, and in the sleepwalking phenomenon, someone who walks when they're asleep generally is doing that in a very unconscious state. And if they go to sleep and they get up later, they have no clue of whether they've done that. This is not exactly the concept I want to touch about. I'm talking about how someone can be completely asleep even when they are fully awake. It's an interesting concept, so pay attention. You see, as we progress in life, as we go from children to teenagers to adults, what happens is we finally find a certain equilibrium in life, right? We find a place where we think we have arrived, and then life goes on from there on. Normally, this happens when most people get a job. So what happens is they get a job and they start working. They learn a few skills. Initially, the job is tough, so they have to take training, and they keep training, and with time, they definitely improve. Now there comes a time where life becomes completely stagnant and there's absolutely no change. So if you take someone's day, let's say you were to see someone's life from a third party perspective, and everything was on mute. Day by day, you would see that person doing the same thing day in and day out. You'd see that there is no real change. And you might even see some bad habits in this person that this person is repeating time and time again, right? Now, they say a problem never really goes until you've learned the lesson from that. So, if there are problems right now in your life that repeat time and time again, the chances are you're acting very unconsciously. Sometimes people act so unconsciously that they go to work on maybe a Saturday or Sunday, they take their cars, they drive to the office, and only when they reach office do they realize, oh my god, today's a weekend, I wasn't supposed to come here. So, what has happened is with a lot of adults, as they reach a certain stage, they start behaving like machines. They do something again and again in such a repetitive manner that they go from being man or woman to being a machine, and their life just becomes a cycle that is repeating itself time and time again. And this is why we say these people are essentially asleep. When you're asleep, you're really not aware of what is happening in the outer world, right? In a similar sense, when you reach such a stage in life that you start doing everything mechanically, you really aren't aware to what all possibilities lie in life, what all are the opportunities that you're missing out on, what all are the connections that you're missing out on, what all are the intellectual pursuits that you are not pursuing. This is something that hits everyone, especially in the middle class who works for a salary at some point in time. I wanted to make you really aware of this concept so that this does not take place in your life. And as an example, I'll put myself. I work a regular job, but I make sure that when I'm not working at the job, I'm recording these videos. So, and the exercise of recording these videos itself is doing something new, creative, and unique. In the daily life that I have in my regular job, there are a lot of repetitive tasks. But this is an outlet to really express myself. This is an outlet for me to talk to you. This is an outlet for you to connect with me and understand what I'm trying to say. Some of you might find it boring, so you'll tune out really soon. Some of you might be mildly interested and come halfway, and some are going to listen throughout. What I am doing is I'm setting an example of how I am making sure that I don't lead this mechanical life, which is why making these videos is very important, because each video has a new topic, and each new topic requires that I think in a certain way. It requires me to express myself in a certain way in order to be understood. So now I'm going to ask you, if you know that every day in your life you're doing the same thing as the day before, what are you going to do to break that pattern? What are you going to do to make sure you are not part of the walking asleep? You know, there's a beautiful movie, The Matrix, in which the main hero is offered two pills, right? If he takes the blue pill, he stays where he is. If he takes the red pill, he sees reality for what he really is. So you have to decide an idea. You have to decide in your life, are you going to go with comfort and the way things are, or are you actually going to make a change? And making a change is really hard. I will admit that it's definitely hard. Even when people know that they're doing something that's not taking them in the right direction, they find it hard to change because they've accustomed themselves to working in such a manner that it's really hard to change. There's a very, very, very beautiful saying: the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. I hope that you're not forming habits that at this point in time feel very light to you, but 10 years down the line are going to be really painful. Take heed from this video and start doing something in your life that breaks your pattern of things happening the same way day in and day out. I'm struggling right now with getting viewers on this channel. As I speak right now, as we are recording this video, there's just 21 people subscribed to this channel, and I don't know how many people view the videos regularly, but that's not something to worry about right now. At least the very act of shooting this video is helping me break that pattern of living a very mechanical life, and I hope this inspires you to do something interesting. So take heed and let me know if you can implement anything from this video.